Welcome to our game design presentation for English midterm project. We are from Group 5. My name is William Stanley. My NPN is 190710512.
My name is Wendy, NPM 19071037
And my name is Ananto Basopata. My NPM is 1907104000.
Okay, I will start the presentation. Our game names is 0% poverty, and I will start with explaining poverty. What is poverty? Poverty is state or condition in which a person or community lacks the financial resources and essentials for a minimum standard of living. Poverty means that the income level from employment is so low that basic human needs can't be met. Why we chose poverty? Poverty creates a lot of problem in many aspects such as health, hunger, education, violence, and crime. I will read from what I found how poverty affect these aspects. Number one is health. From what I found, one third of death around the world, or 18 million people a year, death are due to poverty-related causes. Poor people often are more prone to severe diseases due to the lack of health care and due to living in non-optimal conditions. Number one, there is hunger. Hunger rises in the cost of living, make poor people less able to afford items. Poor people spend a greater portion of their budgets on food than wealthy people. As a result, poor households and those near the poverty threshold can be particularly vulnerable to increases in food prices. Number three, education. There are indeed many explanations for why students tend to drop out of school. One is the conditions of which they attend school. Schools in poverty-stricken areas have conditions that hinder children from learning in a safe environment. Ineffective schools promote inferior academic performance, including irregular attendance and disruptive or non-compliant classroom behavior. Number four is violence. According to experts, many women become victims of trafficking, the most common form of which is prostitution. As a means of survival and economic desperation, deterioration of living conditions can often compel children to abandon school to contribute to the family income, putting them at risk of being exploited. And lastly, number five, there's violence. In a country where economic deprivation is rampant, it is common for people to engage in criminal acts. When people are unable to earn for the longest time, they often start getting frustrated. The hunger and poor economic conditions are what led many people to be a criminal. So, in conclusion, just by fighting poverty, we could help people in many ways, such as better education and health, reducing violence and crime rate, and the hunger problem. And for the next slide, I will talk about target market. Honestly, I would say this game will be suitable for all age groups. The game doesn't contain any sounds or pictures that are likely to frighten young children, and there is no bad language. It's a simple game. You don't need to spend a lot of time to be good at it. Learning this game will not take long because the game progress is linear. Most of the time, you will only play for 1 to 2 hours daily. And that's all from my part.
Okay, the next point is the plot of the game. In this game, we will play in which world have poverty level is high, and you will play as the character in the game that realize that he or she can start from somewhere to fight poverty. The player will work and the money will be used for investing or helping poor people, starting from small stuff such as small donation or sharing food. Every time the player helps someone, the player will gain a benefit to improve the income they will earn, and from that income, the player can help more people. I'd like to turn to next slide. Okay. Character. The player will start a basic character with no benefit. The only choice the player can make is choosing between playing as a male or female. They are characters to unlock with the point the player got from resetting the game. So in this game, we can get other characters read by start from 1 to 5, and on each character will have certain benefit. For example, plus 10 coin per step. Uh, the more star of that character, better and the more benefit it has, and the harder to have that character. And next slide, reward system. The player will be rewarded with a reset point to help them finish the game faster. Every time the poverty level reduces to a certain percentage, the game background can change from slums to beautiful housing. Next slide. Okay. Game features. In this game, currency is divided into three types. Coin, normal currency obtained from tapping the screen of or passive income for investing. Coin is important currency in this game because we use the coin to donation to reduce the poverty percentage, and also get the other currency to improve your coin income. Generosity points obtained from using coins to help with this currency, player can use it to improve tapping screen coins income or multiplying passive income. Reset points obtained from resetting the game and accumulated from how many players can reduce the poverty and have how many players have generosity point. The point can be used to buy permanent benefits. Reset the game is mean player start again in first time player play this game. Next slide. Tapping.
Okay, I will.
When the player taps the screen, the player will get the amounts according to the player's tapping screen level. Investing. The player can invest their money to gain or upgrade passive income. For example, the player used X amount of coins to buy the hiring someone to sell my stuff. From buying this, the player will earn X amount of coin per minute. The player used X amount of coins to upgrade the hiring someone to sell my stuff. From buying this, the player now will earn X plus 5 amount of coins per minute. The price to invest will increase for every new or better investment, and the price of upgrading the investment will increase every time the user upgrade the investment too. Now I will pass over to my friend Ananto.
Okay, I will continue the game features. First is donation. In this menu, the player can pay certain amount of X coins to gain generosity points. There are two ways to gain generosity points. The first one is helping a friend in need for 10 coins, and you will get 1 generosity points. And uh, the other way is donating it to a foundation for 2,000 coins, and you will get 10 generosity points. Okay, generosity points. With these points, players can buy benefits such as increased tapping screen income or exceed the amount of certain investment or gain X amount of generosity points per minute or reset. Every time a player uses this feature, the player will start from the starting point again, but they will get reset points. The number of reset points earned by the player will increase the farther the player play. Or reset points. These points can be used to buy benefits to help the player. An example, uh, permanent screen tapping income X3, uh, permanent all investment income X2, and the last example is permanent auto tapping screen per 5 seconds when game is opened. Next. Okay, poverty level. Every time the player uses coins to help other people, the poverty level will decrease by a little bit. Every time the poverty level decreases to 70%, 60%, 45%, 30%, 15%, and the maximum is 10% decrease. The game background will change. So the background will change every time there is a 15% reduction in the poverty rate. For example, at 99% poverty level, this is the starting point for the game. The game background will be at a slum. And when at 75% poverty level, the game background will change from slum to cramped housing. Okay, next. Okay, game strategy. The only strategy in this game is choosing between upgrading tapping screen income or passive income. If the player chooses to upgrade the tapping screen income, the player will need to be active to play the game, but the amount of coins the player will earn is faster than passive income. Or if the player chooses to upgrade the passive income, the player just needs to relax to earn coins, but the amount of coins the player will earn is not as much as tapping screen strategy. So you will get much coin from tapping screen strategy than investment. So there is no competitive element in this game. So there is no race happening in this game, and player won't feel burdened to keep up with the other players. Okay, next. Precautions. This game is not a competitive game. So if you are looking for a competitive game, this may not be your cup of tea. So this is a type of game that's suitable for playing while you're relaxing. So this game may feel boring because this is an easy game, and the main point of the game is the player doesn't need to spend a lot of time playing the game, and there is no need to be rushing to finish the game. Okay, that's it.
Okay, that's all from our game design presentation. Thank you for your attention.